All right. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Just waiting
How
for myself to appear there. There we go.
I might see if I can I bump you up a little bit. There you go.
Oh
That's
yeah,
better.
I was off center.
Little. I think you were sitting up more straight when I was setting
Yeah,
up.
that's probably the case. Ah,
Whew. I'm.
you can kind of see it. I'm a little sunburned on the back of my neck here.
Oh, did you
A little bit. I
go
was
on?
outside.
Oh, did some yard work this weekend?
No yard work, but we ate lunch outside and went for like a long walk today,
Mm.
and it was it's not a cloud in the sky. I do have to say though, I definitely have a thing for yard work. like a good thing. Like I think it's a lot of fun to mow the lawn. There's something like very nostalgic about it, and the fact that it only takes like an hour here is very nice.
I mean, I
I,
guess you're
I
just
look
getting to be
forward
an
to
old
doing it every
man.
week. Yeah, I look forward to doing it every week.
Well, in about 10 years, you're going to be looking forward to Arya and Monty doing it.
Yes, that is very true. But you know,
Are
while
you
I'm
going? Are you going to pay them
while
for
I
mowing
am as I
your own
ease into
lawn?
middle age, I'm happy to do it.
Ugh. Well, I am. Yeah, that's right, Sandy. Sandy's hyped up right now. She's hyped
Yeah.
up for Wonder Boy and Monster World, also known as Wonder Boy 5, Monster World 3.
Yep.
That's right, Sandy. Come say hello. Look over here. Say hello. Hello.
All right.
So yeah,
We
I
talked
am
about
I
last
am
week.
tired. So I thought someone suggested Wonder Boy and Monster World for a stream last week, and we was like, we never streamed it, and I feel like playing something comfortable and laid back and familiar.
Absolutely.
So I'm just
There's
gonna
nothing wrong with playing a game that we've already finished on
yeah.
the stream. I think we should do it more
I
often.
think we should. So I'm gonna go for it. This is my first time like really playing the cartridge version of this game because I was introduced to it on
Yeah.
the Wii Virtual Console. And
What do you're playing on the Mega SG? What do you have it set to?
it's on 4X just because that makes it easiest to size up with our new frame.
I see.
Yeah, I mean, I was, since I, have only previously played it on emulation, I thought it might be fun to play on the actual Sega Genesis. But I like killed my back yesterday doing some wire management.
Mhm.
Which also made it hard to sleep last night. So I'm tired and my back somewhat hurts. It's better today than it was last night though. But
Good.
but yeah, so this seat was more comfortable on my back than
the other couch?
than the couch upstairs. So
Yeah. I meant to mention that we had a $2 donation from Vanessa at the beginning of the stream. Thank you. Say heart MLiG. Always awesome, and hope everyone is well. Well, thank you. Thank you.
I'm
hope that you're
well
doing
except for my back, but it's getting better.
Yeah.
This is the second time since like December that like I had old man back pain. But luckily I still had some medicine left over from then, which really helped, so
Yeah.
I'm doing better.
we got a $5 donation from Saucer RR or Saucer saying, I have nothing important to say. Thank you.
When that pops up on the stream labs, watch how
I'll look for it.
the positioning because I'm not sure how it's going to go.
Yeah. Keeping at it thinks that we should have more energy and try to be funnier, like pubes.
We need to be. We need to be funny. We have to try.
It is very important that we
try.
You can move the donation probably to the right just a touch.
I see it. Do I need to resize? I probably should resize the ticker because like those names are going to start going over the game window.
Just a touch. You can probably do it.
That'd probably be good. Let me know how that looks. Sorry, I'm like grinding for money first thing.
Yeah, that's all right.
I forgot that you have to have 30 gold for the first boots. Seems worth buying them though.
But HK Gaming doesn't like how I spell my name.
Oh, well, you told the reason why it is the way it is just last week.
Yeah. Because my name is actually Courtney. What are you gonna do?
it is what it is.
Yeah. Also, this is Creative Assassin's favorite game of all time.
Whoa,
that's a good choice.
It is a good choice. It is a good choice. It's an unlikely choice, but I feel like that's why we kind of show it off in our videos so much because it's like this game needs more recognition.
Yeah. We got a 10 CHF from David Aaron.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Saying Swiss money for U.S. gamers. Thank you. Thank you. What does CHF stand for?
I don't know what people in Switzerland call their own country. I know that in German it's Die Schweiz. But not everywhere in Switzerland speaks German. I don't really know what the language breakdown in Switzerland is.
You know, anytime I hear anything about Germany, for some reason my mind always goes to The Fifth Element. The beginning of The Fifth Element, when the alien ship comes down and that guy is in the dig site.
I've still never seen Fifth Element.
Oh.
It's on my intention to watch list though.
And this big alien comes in. You know, it's like the 1940s, I think is when it happens, and he goes, are you German? And it's like such a bad joke in the movie.
CHF is
Confederate Helvetica Franco or Swiss franc.
Swiss franc, yeah. I remember when I took my Europe trip. That was before Euros. So like when we were in Switzerland, we had Swiss francs. And when we were in Germany, we had Deutschmarks, which don't exist anymore. And then Austria I think they were Austrian shillings. I don't know if they actually call them shillings in German, but
SG6000 says this is the official MLiG video game.
It is.
Yeah, I would say that is.
It is. Well,
for those that don't know, this game shows up in some form in most videos, not in every single one, but as often as we possibly can.
And I do believe it is in every RGB episode. I don't think we've missed one. Like there's a possibility that there might be maybe two that do not have direct gameplay of it, but they all have at least like the box or something, the cartridge in the background. Sometimes like early in episode, like we'll think like, oh gosh, I don't know how I'm going to like shoehorn this in. So we'll have just like the Genesis in the background with the cartridge in it. You know,
it's there in some form or another. We got another 5 CHF from David Aaron saying $5 for more of your German.
Oh gosh.
Great accent.
Does that accent mean authentic or yes, I love hearing American Southern accents speak German. Do you save when you go to an end? Is that when you save?
Yes.
Okay, I couldn't remember. There you go.
Yeah, you have to
It's
stay
been a long
overnight,
time.
though, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, if I could think of anything else to say, auf Deutsch, I will try to. I mean, I took German in high school. And, like, I was probably the best in my class, but everyone in my class was worse than the average students from the class immediately above us and below us. Like, the class below us was just, for some reason, like, really good German, even though they were a year behind us. I was telling John the other day. I think he posted that that picture that he like did like a bike ride along the river, and I asked him if it was the Rhine River. He said no, it was the main river. And I was telling him how in German class, like, for some reason, one of the first things we learned about, probably because I think it was maybe a story example in like our textbook or something, but it was about a Rheinfahrt, which is like a trip or a journey on the Rhine River.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, of course, you know, us being ninth graders, we called it a Rheinfahrt. You know, because it's basically spelled like fart with an H.
Yeah.
And and so when we actually went to Germany, like, we did get to go on a Rheinfahrt, and we were like super excited.
You're in heaven.
That we got to go on a Rheinfahrt.
Was that the highlight of the trip?
No. I don't remember that much about it. I remember it slightly. It was one of the first things. I think it was something we did on the first day, actually.
Oh.
Of course, we were very tired. I'm going to stay at the end again. Speaking of Westone, did anyone else see that cool news about I forget the
unreleased arcade game?
Yeah, I forget what the name of the game is, but Strictly Limited Games, which also, speaking of Germany, because Strictly Limited is in Deutschland. They are, I don't know exactly how they're doing it, but they're like finishing an unreleased arcade game from the Whetstone
Aquario.
What was it again?
Clockwork Aquario.
Ah, yeah, that's right.
I mean, it's like an early 90s game that just it never released in the arcade, even though it was done.
It was going to be their last arcade game, I think.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
It's pretty neat that is getting released. I mean, it's one of those mythological things that, you know, you always thought existed, but no one had ever really seen it. But it's pretty exciting. I'll definitely be buying it.
How do you remember how to use items in this?
Mm-hmm.
Do I like hit?
You assign it, and then you hold down A and press left or right.
I see. Okay.
You can do it with magic, too. You should have a fireball magic.
I don't have
Right
it
now.
yet. I should. Where would I have gotten it?
I think it gives it to you right at the beginning. You really don't have it?
Oh, hang on. I didn't check.
I'm pretty sure that he gives it to you
Oh, you're right.
in that first house.
You're right. So I hold the button and then I hit the direction. Gotcha. What does the fireball magic cost? Do I?
You can use it 3 times, I think, right now. If you go to the pause screen.
Oh, 3
the screen
times, and
they
then I replenish when I stay at the end.
Right.
Gotcha.
We got another 5 CHF from David Aaron saying we have 4 official languages. I speak 2 of them. You probably never heard of the 4th. It's Romansh.
Hmm.
I do not know. I do not know that.
I know that there's German, French, and I don't know what else. I guess Romansh is one. What's the other one that I'm forgetting?
I don't know. We got $4.99 from Michael A. Thank you. He says RGB or component. I have cables for both, and a SCART to component adapter. Honestly, both look the same to me. I'm just torn on which to use. I mean, you can honestly use either one.
Yeah, I mean,
I would just use everything that you have for each system. I would just use, the most convenient.
Right.
You don't have to switch over to all one thing or the other thing.
Right.
Especially if you have a component to or RGB to component adapter.
I mean,
And then I would go with component and then just convert the SCART to component and use that as like the main.
The clarity of RGB and component, assuming the cables are done correctly or any sorts of conversion is done correctly, the clarity is identical. The only slight theoretical benefit of RGB is that the colors are more. It's easier for them to be
More
exact, I guess. It just kind of tells the CRT or the OSSC or whatever, it should be this.
Should be this.
So component is a little more open to interpretation. Whoa. I don't want to die here.
There's a couple of other things.
Oops, I didn't mean
I saw that Gerard White is saying the game whose appearance is become a mandatory requirement. Mellow Gameless, I get so confused over which Wonder Boy game is which. Is this the Mega Drive version of the one that got a Sega Ages port a while back, or a sequel to that? The Sega, I'm assuming you're thinking of Monster World 4, which was the last one. That's the one that follows this. The one with the green-haired girl. We got a $5 donation from John D. Loretto. Thank you. He says, you guys are awesome.
Did I seriously never equip my better boots? I didn't, did I?
Have you ever thought about doing a video about playing arcade games off of PCBs and comparing different kinds of super guns? Yes. I mean, that is definitely happening. That is definitely happening. It should have already been out, but alas, it is not. But it is inching towards release at this point, so you can count on it. We also got a $5 donation from Kane, saying, "I wanted to ask I wanted to ask RetroTink or OSSC for N64 PS1. Not too sure about which is better on a 40-inch TV, or maybe something else is better. What do you think?
I mean, if you are not going to modify those consoles, the N64 will not work on OSSC because it doesn't output RGB or component natively. So the best you can do is S-Video, which you can use natively on the RetroTink. Of course, you could add a Coury U to the OSSC, but that's a whole other thing. But now the OSSC is definitely going to look sharper than the RetroTink. But I guess the other thing to consider, some people are going to prefer a smoother look for retro games, and some people are going to prefer, a little sharper. So, but the RetroTink, I mean, it's got a normal like semi-sharp mode and then like a smoothed mode, which actually looks pretty nice for like 480i stuff. Or also it can look good for 3D graphics in general, depending on your perspective. So for those systems specifically, I would say RetroTink for just ease of compatibility.
Do you want me to get the FAQ for this, or because you got to remember the button combos here? Are you pretty good at those?
What button combos for the ocarina?
For the yeah, where you got to play them. You got to talk to somebody in the town who will teach you what to do, like the 3 musical pieces of music.
That's why I was going to the queen, because I figured it would be her.
You did that both times, or you have walked past that thing.
Walked past what?
The warp out of there and tried to go to the tree.
Oh, for some reason, I thought that was where the exit was. I think I'm thinking of something in a different Wonder Boy game.
Yeah. We had a $5 CHF from David Aaron once again. Thank you.
Wow.
So that was all my streaming budget for this month. Have fun with it. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you.
Oh, that's right. These. Yeah, it'd be good to have these on hand.
Yeah.
B-A-B-A-C-B. Oh, gosh. B-A-B-A-B-C-B.
We also got $5 from Christopher Miller. Thank you. Says, GG Micro, with all the other mini systems offering 30 games, is the GG Micro insulting $50 for 4 games?
A, B, C, B, C, A, B.
So, I don't feel that it's that insulting, because honestly, let's be real about it. Like, I don't think there's anybody that's actually going to sit there and play through these games on it. It's more of a, like, I think it's better to think about it as a functioning trinket, not something that you're going to sit down and play these games, or like even while you're traveling or anything like that. I mean,
yeah, I think you're absolutely right.
Yes, it is, exactly.
I mean, there should be more games on it, but you're right.
But I'm just thinking of it just like what Dave Rohoda says is like, it's a novelty. Like, it's not something you're like actually probably gonna play.
Yeah.
As like a real thing. And I mean, like Saucer says, I think that makes it worse. And perhaps so. I mean, but I think that there is a very specific person probably that these are for, and it is MK Iron Fist says, it's pretty wild that these exist, and it is. It's for people that are really into the Game Gear and want to have one of these things. I think it's pretty neat. But there's like zero chance. Oh, hang on, I was on the
There was 5 from Juan.
Yes.
Ikaza? I hope I pronounced that right. Thank you.
Thank you.
We got in the chat here.
What?
B-A-B-A-C-B. Oh,
Babab.
Babab.
Yeah, okay. But I mean, I think that like it's just a novelty. It's a trinket they have and mess around with. It's not something that
Like no one should be. I mean, the same thing with all mini consoles. Like, don't go into it seriously thinking it might be like a new, like, serious, possible best way for these to be. Best way to play these games. All right, what's the second one? Oh, here we go. Thank you, Reldy. ACC. Oh, was that the third one or the second one?
the second one is ABC. It's ABC BCAB. I'll
A B C B. Well, A B what?
hang on. I'll put it in the chat.
No, don't put it in the chat because put it in the chat, the stream chat, because I
Yeah, so I'm gonna put it.
okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't see that one. A B C B C A B.
But I mean, I don't know. I think that they're all really cool. I don't think that they'll get a U.S. release. If it gets a U.S. release, I feel like if it does get a U.S. release, it will be one that has all the games on it.
Really?
That's my guess. If it does get a U.S. release, it'll have all the games on it.
All the games?
Well, all the games that from all four systems, all four variants.
Oh, see, I didn't even read any articles about it, so I didn't know there were variants.
Yeah, so I think there's four variants, and each one of them they have four different games on them.
I see. So I assume like
So
one is blue, one is black.
If you want to get the full lineup, it is.
Is one of them blue?
Yeah, I think there's like blue, red, black, and yellow.
Are red and yellow real Game Gears?
I think so.
A C C A B A B.
Blue, black, red, and yellow. Yes.
Blue is the best Game Gear for sure, I think.
And they only have like 2 hours of battery life, probably. I mean, I just think that that's just a. Oh, it's the mic in it.
Oh, I'm.
Dun,
Oh man,
yeah, that's like.
that was tougher than I thought it was gonna be.
Did I beat you?
Yeah, you just got all up in me.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, the English translations of Gaiden. Yeah, I guess if they.
Do you know if I have to talk to the girl to actually learn the music?
Yes.
Oh, you do. I should have saved after talking to her then. How much is the shield?
Yeah, with the spear you can press up and B to use to block.
Oh.
I mean, Michael's Workshop saying, "Come on, Coury, get negative on this sham Game Gear." I mean, I just look at it for exactly what it is. I mean, it's gonna fit in the palm of your hand. You're not going to. I'm not gonna sit there and play through Shining Force. Like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that. I think that it's crazy if someone bought all of them.
But someone will.
Let's see here. We got a $5 donation from Dan Hansen saying, "Hey guys, any tips on making the NES Classic look not as noisy? My recordings leave me unsatisfied with the noise." I mean, if you hack it, I think you can turn off the noise that's in the image.
I mean, it's just something the system does. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I guess you could, like, there might be some fiddly way to like lower the contrast or something, or color depth, and maybe it wouldn't display that way. But oh, I forgot to equip my armor too. I can't remember to equip anything playing this. Or wait, yeah, chainmail's better than leather armor. It's weird though, because not everything is like in the same order. Oops. Wait. Didn't I just buy the shield?
You can't.
Oh, you can't use it with the spear.
You gotta press up and attack to block with the spear.
I
don't like to use a spear for that reason.
Is it the same power as the sword?
Yes.
See, as much as I've played this game here and there, over the years, it's only just for, capturing footage and stuff. So I don't get too deep into the game, and otherwise I haven't played it in like probably 13, 14 years. It was a pretty early Virtual Console game, I think.
Yeah, it was surprising at the time that it was released, I guess. I'm looking at the games that were, because what is it? Michael's Workshop is saying that the Game Gear Mini is taking advantage of collectors and holding back value from anyone who would actually try to play it.
But you could also just, like, I mean, what if it just didn't even exist? Then you wouldn't have anything to complain about.
Okay, so the black one has Sonic, Outrun, Royal Stone, and Puyo Puyo Sue. The blue has Sonic and Tails, Gunstar Heroes, Sylvan Tail, and Baku Baku Animal. The red one has Gigi Shinobi, Columns, and 2 Megami Tensei Gaiden games. Yellow has Shining Force 2, Shining Force Final Conflict, and Nazo Puyo Aru no Ru. I assume that's another.
Yeah,
Puyo
what's
game.
interesting is I thought I thought that was only on Super Nintendo. Or Super Famicom, I should say. The Nazo Puyo games. I wonder if it's the same as the ones I have or if it's different. Can you or can someone post the things again, starting with the first one?
I can tell you here. It's BA.
Well, I mean, just post it. It's easier for me.
But I mean, it's expensive. They're $50 for that, but I mean,
I'm sure the screen is nothing amazing either.
Yeah, and I think it's crazy for even collectors to like buy all 4. $200 for all those. I mean, if you're buying all 4, the chances of you opening all of them up and playing all 4 of them.
You're not going to even open one of them probably if you buy all 4.
I mean, I would open one of them just to see what it looks like and everything. But
can you post the second one?
We got a $5 donation from Miles Kirsch. Thank you. It says, hi, my PC Engine interface RGB mod gives no signal. Guy says it's because my PVM doesn't accept C-Sync. However, no C-Sync issues with my Sega Genesis. Thoughts?
Are you running through a G-SCART? Because I've got an earlier G-SCART and a later G-SCART, and the earlier one, for some reason, does not like my modded PC Engine. The colors will be bad. The sound will be bad. I saw Voltar was in the chat.
Yeah.
He might have some ideas because I was asking him like, why is this like this? And you know, I was trying all these things, making sure my SCART cables were okay, and then it turned out to be it was get ready to post the third one. It turned out to just be the G-SCART, the old G-SCART. Something about that signal, the G-SCART doesn't like it.
We also got a $2 from Blake Romo. Thank you. He says, "What did I miss? This game looks fun. Never seen this. If you've seen any of our RGB Masterclass episodes, you've seen this game.
You've seen it."
I see. Servbot saying, "I hope at least the GG Micro comes out of Japan. They translate Final Conflict because it's the best of the three." Is that one in Shining Force CD, or is that like a separate one that's not in Shining Force CD? Thanks for stopping in, Volt Tower, and I'll have to get you that footage tomorrow.
Yeah, I just remembered about that as well. I was talking to him earlier.
I mean, it's literally like 5 seconds of footage. It should take no time to shoot.
I was trying to come up with something clever for it though, and I was coming up short on cleverness. I forgot about the little backdoor exit. That's very that's very Dragon's Trap.
Tyler Grice saying, "I want to know why the analog DAC hogs the G-SCART, always defaults to it and doesn't change when I turn on something." Because I think that if you have power, do you have it powered by a separate power source? I mean, do you have the USB going into the DAC connected to a plug elsewhere?
See, I just got mine finally properly hooked up the other day.
Because it always receives if you're powering it from someplace else, I think it's always on.
Well, see, I have my systems far away from the DAC, so I'm actually powering the DAC separately. But there's no light.
Right.
There's no light on it, even when there's no light on it when the systems are off. But I'm running it through an Extron rather than a G-SCART, so I don't know how it behaves in that regard. But that's
right. Well, I mean, the thing is, I think that if it's powered, not like being passed through from the system, then it's always on. Even you don't see a light on it. The only way to avoid that is to probably power it through a system, but then you can only have one.
See, here's why I kept walking past the statues to go to the tree.
Well, when you beat the boss,
but
it gives you like the back door into the castle.
Yeah, but on the save file that was on my cartridge, that was already done. So
I see.
That's what I was used to. Oh, I got a lot.
My favorite thing about the Game Gear Micro though is that it comes with the big window mini. Is it the big window micro? Big window.
I've literally read nothing about
play it. It's called the big window, but it's called the big window mini. The big window.
Speaking of portables, John Linneman kind of talked me into this week ordering the IPS screen for original Game Boy. And so I ordered that along with a reproduction shell, so I wouldn't have to cut like an existing shell to make the screen fit. And then I like the next day I was like, even though it would be kind of small, like between Analog Frontiers 2 and 3, I should do a quick video on that because people have asked about it, like in streams and stuff. And I honestly didn't know a whole lot about it.
Mm-hmm.
And John showed me his on Discord, and I'm like, okay, I want that. So then the next day, I'm like, you know what? Like, I should just buy the IPS screens for Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance as well. So, when those come, I'll put them together, and then I'll do a little palette cleanser for myself after Analog Frontiers 2, and do that before getting too far into Analog Frontiers 3. I think people will enjoy that. I think I'll enjoy that.
Yeah, $5 donation from Ben Brody saying, "Hey there, Coury and Try. Hope you're having a good weekend. Did you guys hear about the claustrophobic astronaut? He just wanted some space." We also got $5 from Craig Wan.
Oh.
Thank you. He says, "After 25 years, I finally bought a Saturn, and it's coming tomorrow."
Whoa.
Let me tell you, I'm very stoked. Anyways, what are your 3 favorite games? 3 favorite games on the system? Not counting the Sega ages. I would say like Knights would definitely be up there. Let me look at my list here.
I don't think I should be going this way.
Because there's a lot of stuff that I have not played.
Yeah,
I
I
can tell
do
you-
not have very many Saturn games. This guy looks dangerous. Oh, he does seem dangerous. Let's not fight him right now.
Oh, we got a $5 donation from Yush with no message. He's helped me out a little bit, or quite a bit actually, on the upcoming episode that should be out at some point during this week. I know I promised it earlier this week, this past week, but it's actually turned into kind of a bigger thing, and it's actually going to turn into something that was just going to be a quick episode. It's going to be like an actual RGB 300 episode now, about something I think is like out there,
not
but
gotten
doesn't
enough
get-
attention.
Yeah, it's not gotten enough attention. Its only reason it's become like a bigger episode is because I just think it's really neat. I personally think it's pretty neat.
Yeah, I mean, the stuff you were showing me is actually super interesting.
Yeah.
Some aspects of it are useful, or some, I guess,
It's extremely useful for many aspects, and there's certain aspects that might be surprising to some people.
Yeah, some parts of it aren't necessarily useful, depending on the game, perhaps, but they are interesting. They give you interesting. It gives you interesting information about the game, I guess you could say.
Yeah. I think it's pretty neat, and I think that I'm not gonna say what it is because I want it to be more of a surprise. But you die.
Yeah, I'm not too good
Did you
at this.
save after you killed the Myconid?
I did.
Okay, good. I got a $6.99 Canadian from.
Oh no, I said new game. Oops.
From Acafellos, saying just got a replacement shell and IPS screen from a GBA myself. Also, is it worth getting the Genesis Mini if I already have the Genesis Classics for the Xbox? I mean, it's like a different audience, or it's like it serves a different purpose.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that the game selection on the Genesis Mini is better than the Genesis Classic.
For sure.
In many ways, it's smaller of a lineup.
Is it really smaller than the
It's
Genesis?
more curated.
Yeah. Yes. There are a lot of games that I think after the Genesis Mini was announced was when like the Contra and Castlevania compilations came out on like PS4 and Xbox One, but and Switch. But up until that point, like Contra Hardcore and Castlevania Bloodlines had not been re-released ever. I mean, the the Genesis Mini lineup, frankly, is pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the best part about it, for sure, is just the lineup.
Yeah. Really quickly, going back to Craig Wan's question about 3 favorite Genesis games.
Saturn.
Three favorite Saturn games. I'd say that Panzer Dragoon 2 is a must-buy.
Yeah, well, and Panzer Dragoon 1, I actually prefer the first. I think that's a somewhat uncommon opinion, but I like the first slightly more.
I think
those are definitely my top 2 games for the system. But again, I don't have that many because it's so expensive.
Let's see here. I think I'd recommend, I mean, it depends. I'm sure getting into this, you understood that, like, there's many games that are going to cost more than you probably want to pay.
Yeah.
I think it's well worth getting the Dungeons and Dragons collection. Even though, I mean, that's gotten HD releases at this point.
I mean, even though it's Japan exclusive, the Saturn version is Japan exclusive. And I have not played through that version because I played the PS1 version. But, you know, I think Grandia deserves an honorable mention. Because that is considered the best version of Grandia.
But there's a fan translation on the way. Or it's like already out. I'm not sure if it's completed yet. I mean, I'd also recommend getting X-Men vs. Street Fighter. That was the first game I ever imported.
Really?
Yes, I got it with the Action Replay cartridge. We got a $5 donation from Ben Brody. So last night I was sitting at the bar when a hamburger sits down next to me. The bartender shakes his head and goes, "Sorry, but we don't serve food here."
That's horrible.
Translation is just in the works and gets you a great version. Yeah, I mean, is it completely from scratch, or are they using any aspects of the PlayStation 1 translation? Because the PlayStation 1 translation has I think it's an acquired taste.
Oh, what? Wait, Grandia?
Of Grandia, yeah.
Oh, I love the Grandia translation. It's so charming. Like, some people don't like the voices and stuff, but there's just like an innocent whimsy to it that is so charming.
Right here, if you can just like jump. I used to always if I find a place where you can jump from stairway to stairway, and you should be able to just go straight up that way.
Oh.
Too late though now. Oh, they are using the PS1 translation, transferring it to the Saturn. Excellent.
Oh, that's nice. Including the voice samples.
Yeah, I mean, I like the voice samples are.
They make the game for me. They make the game for me. Like, it's one of the few times where, like, I don't know, like where the voice acting is. Yeah. It's one of the, as much as the voice acting in that game is criticized, I would say that, huh?
They sound like they were recorded in somebody's closet.
But it's like, as criticized as the voices are in that game, I feel like that might be the game for me where the voices are like one of my favorite, if not my favorite thing about it. Like, I don't think they're bad. They're charming.
Yeah. They fit the game.
They do. They are a great fit for the game.
Yeah. You still need to play Lunar.
I know.
Which also have very, very charming, it's a very similar style game, obviously. Yeah, X-Men vs. Street Fighter is really fun. First game I ever imported. For some reason, I remember arriving on a rainy day, and I was in college. I don't remember much else from it. I just remember how the day felt.
This is some of the best town music in video games.
Oh, I love it. I just like when you let it play for a little while and it has like that. There's like a part later in the song that I really like. We got $5 from John D. Loretto again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Which do you think is better for 480i/480p, PS2, Xbox, GameCube, Wii, over component on a 4K TV, using direct connections into the jacks or using the OSSC?
I mean, the picture-wise, I'm guessing most people would think that the direct connection looks better. Although the OSSC will be sharper, but you know, it does the bob thing. Although
the bob thing is something you got to worry, you got to think about, especially with like on
IPS.
LC, yes, on IPS screens, because it will cause like it'll leave like some artifacting on the screen that'll go away after a little while. But I mean, I've left things on the screen for a little while, and you get like this weird ghosting, like this. It's almost like burn-in that goes away like within an hour. Per Vertex is out of here. It's just about 3 a.m. here in Ireland. Gonna hit the sack. Have a good night, Coury, and the chat.
Of course, you could always do 480i pass-through with the OSSC, which would let you then send digital 480i to your TV. But in that case, in your case, there may not be much advantage to that. But the big advantage, like if lag is a major concern for you, sending 480i to your TV is always going to add more lag. You know, deinterlacing just takes more frames. So,
Craig Wan, do you have you have the arcade version of X-Men vs. Street Fighter? Yeah, $3 from Yush saying, I've been playing Vampire Savior on my Saturn, especially on my new OLED TV. Definitely a must buy. Yeah, I mean, a lot of those are the 4 meg supported games are well worth it. There's Mikhail Mick is saying that you guys turn the volume on for the game. Do you not have the game audio on?
It is, but I mean, that's just how game audio is really hard to judge what's the appropriate level for the stream. Even though you have levels, it almost just seems like some of the low end gets, I don't know, muffled out or something.
There's a $5 donation from MK Iron Fist saying, have you guys heard of the custom GBS 8200 firmware? Apparently it solves the Chrono Cross problem. Might go great paired with an OSSC. I mean, is it
sometimes
or is it just like really fast?
Some people say that the RetroTink solves the Chrono Cross problem, but the fact of the matter is it depends on your TV.
Right.
When we were hanging out with Steve, like right back when the RetroTink released, he had one of his TVs that he uses for testing cables. He showed us the RetroTink on it, and like it was instant. But on any other TV I tested it on, it wasn't. So it kind of depends on the TV. So the other thing with the GBS is it outputs VGA. Which I guess if you put it on the OSSC, I guess that would make sense. I actually, I was showing Coury earlier today how I've got like a bunch of stuff like just hooked up and ready to use, and the GBS is one of them. But I don't know what kind of programmer you need, or let alone how to use it to put the custom firmware on. But that's definitely something I want to do sometime.
Yeah. Well, MK Iron Fist is saying it's confirmed it never drops or changes sync due to separate output conditions.
Huh.
I mean, so how does that work? What do you mean by separate output conditions. Because I mean, if the game is changing resolution, it would have to be keeping like a specific signal going all the time directly to the TV, and it would have to put the input signal within that signal. Okay, it's got a really small frame buffer going on. So what's happening is it's basically just like it's sending like a single resolution and putting the game image inside of that resolution.
Do you know if the ladder boots did up my stats all around, so I guess they're good. Does this game have hidden doors like some of the other Wonder Boy games?
I can't. Maybe it does, but I don't remember where they are. So I'm curious if that's what it does. Got Sincere Official in the chat saying, "How you guys doing this weekend?" Oh, a little sunburnt, a little sweaty, but other than that, I'm okay. That's another EB-ism. When I worked at EB, a coworker, whenever somebody would ask him like how he's doing, he'd, "Oh, I think there's a go back out. I think there's a hidden door exactly right there."
Oh.
Where those vines are, that big cluster of vines.
Oh, well,
He would always, whenever anyone would ask him how he's doing, when they walk into the store, he'd be like, "I'm a little sweaty. Other than that, I'm okay."
It doesn't seem like there's a hidden door here.
There might be a door there later on.
Yeah, maybe it's like an exit from somewhere.
Yeah. We got a $5 donation from Rob, saying, "I have a Sony CRT KV20M42 and want to get a SCART connection mounted in the back. Any recommendations of shops in North Carolina or Virginia that might do this?" That'd be more your alley if you know anybody.
Yeah, I don't know of anyone who offers. I don't know of anyone who offers that service. Like, period. I mean, I definitely know of people who have done it, but I don't know of anyone that offers it as a service.
I'll check out the README on the that thing on the GBS. I mean, that might be worth breathing new life into the one that you got there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that was really the main reason I hooked it up, was because in theory someday I would have that on there and it would probably actually be pretty useful. I have it running through my Extron VGA matrix. So, which also then goes to a VGA monitor as well as my old OSSC. So that basically means, I mean, that's just really a way to digitize it for easy capture. So I could definitely see it being useful in the future in that way. Money popping out of video game enemies is just one of my favorite things, you know?
Yeah.
Is there anything up with that tree stump with a face?
Later on, I think. Why don't all tree stumps have faces on them? Where you're from? 400 people watching.
Wow.
I'm curious how many of those 400 people are familiar or have played this game. I wonder how many units this game sold.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's particularly.
In the US, probably not very many.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a rare or expensive game necessarily. I mean, it's not like one of the dirt cheap Genesis games by any means, but it does not strike me as a game that would have sold much.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't watched the Bithead 30-day music challenge yet. But I mean, Okuo is saying that we should do the 30-day music challenge in a video. I think that we could just like crank it out if we wanted to do something like that. I mean, maybe after if I can finish this episode, well, I mean, we said it last week. Maybe we should just like throw together a list and spend a couple hours talking about it, going through the list. And I bet we could like move through it really quickly.
Kind of like the Nintendo Power 100.
Yeah, yeah.
This dwarf in this armor shop kind of looks like the eye patch pig.
It's the eye patch dwarf. But I mean, that might be fun to do. I mean, I have 2 specific videos that I'd like to get done within the next week. I wanted this other one this one that I am working on right now. I wanted to have it finished by mid last week, and it just didn't happen because it like blew up. And then like very shortly after that, I'll have an episode on the Retrocade, which is it's gonna not gonna be like this gigantic blowout or anything, especially since it's the time is kind of passed for it. But it's something that we agreed to do a while back. Or I agreed to do.
Well, you agreed to accept a review unit, so you feel like
Yeah.
you gotta review it.
Right. But I think that the episode that I'm working on that should be like out in these next few days is going to be very interesting to a lot of people and a lot of fun. I'm excited for people to see what it's about. And then I'll follow that quickly with this. And if I can get those done really quickly, then maybe we can do that 30-day challenge. Like, spend a day researching or making our own lists, and then we could just like record it. Sean Quinn wants a small clue of what the episode that I'm working on.
I don't know.
I want it to be.
Make it a clue that almost no one could figure out.
I don't know if I could. I'd have to think about what it is. It has something to do with a mini system.
That's a good one. But I think it's more exciting than that to me.
Yeah.
It's probably not the mini system you're thinking of. But it's one that I bet a lot of people have.
That's possible. And it requires a little bit of legwork. But you might have already done something. I mean, we're not reviewing the Game Gear Micro. I mean, if that's something that is going to happen in the future, I mean, it'd be fun to do that, but I can't really see something that, I mean, that's going to be something that would just be pretty quick, I think. Uh-oh, video output is low. Let's see what happens.
Looks
though.
like
It
at
looks
some
it's
point
okay.
I had a spat of dropping frames, but it seems okay right now. For the love of the game, I can't remember. Were you the one that mentioned? I couldn't remember who mentioned Wonder Boy and Monster World, but that is indeed why it popped back in my head. I was looking at what I wanted to stream tonight, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I just want something chill and colorful.
Um, do a video on cash grabs and include the GG micro. I mean, like, I don't. I guess it is. To describe it as a cash grab is completely accurate. But I think that the people that are putting up the cash for it, it's very obvious of what it is and what it's doing.
I mean, I have no interest in buying one.
Yeah.
Do you?
I mean, if I saw it someplace, I would buy like one of them probably. But I'm not gonna sit there and pre-order or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, I guess like the video is on a mini system,
but not the mini system.
Not what you thinking.
Not what you're thinking. Not what you're thinking. Like even if you think, oh, I don't care about mini systems. It's Coury's tricking you here.
Chris is asking,
oh, no.
with $5. Thank you. He says, out of curiosity, are you guys partaking in the game club on the Discord and playing Ape Escape on your spare time? I haven't started playing it. I absolutely intend to. I just am focused on trying to get some videos done like right now, but I will be jumping in and playing it.
I mean, obviously, I played it pretty recently.
Yeah, I just can't right now. Like I have too much other stuff that needs to be done right this second.
I mean, the whole point of those is eventually we would do a little ad lib on it, I guess. But I think we kind of want like to have a little.
Well, right now I just think it'd be fun to like even like stream it and like have members from the from the Discord like on the stream, like not even like on the Twitch channel probably it would be.
Yeah.
And stream those, and I could put those in the archive list. But I mean, I have too much stuff to do right now. Like I just cannot do it right now, unfortunately. But I will play and I will beat the game this month. It's still only the 7th, so I still got 3 weeks.
I don't know if we would end up doing an ad lib on that one, or oh gosh, that's bad.
No, I mean,
first of all, like I talked about Ape Escape quite a lot already,
I mean,
and we need a break from the ad lib videos.
For like, I mean, I just have too much other stuff I need to do instead. I just cannot get into an ad lib right now.
Oh like, yeah, I agree. Like I right, but I guess I hadn't really considered that. You had talked to people more about the game club concept than I had. So right. It doesn't necessarily mean we will do an ad lib. It just means that there'll maybe be some extra streams and discussion elsewhere, probably.
Right. But I mean, right now, like, it's just not something that I have other episodes I need to do that are on the front burner, and also stuff I put off for too long. Once Analog Frontiers is completely finished, I think that you'll see like things coming out more rapidly at that point.
That's one of the reasons I want to do that Game Boy IPS episode, because I want to remember what that feels like. To get an episode done quickly.
Yeah. Well, I am. It's just the fact that I'm just like right now. My main problem is I've taken on too much, I think, and I wanted this episode that I'm doing right now to like be a lot easier or a lot quicker than it is. It's only because of I found it so interesting that it's become a bigger thing. We got a $3 donation from Jonathan Hinson. saying thoughts on rising interest of the RetroTink 2X Pro being used to watch 480i TV and film content from VCR, Laserdiscs, and digital. I think that's a very good use for it. I mean, especially if like VHS is one thing because you'll get drop signals and it'll lose sync. But if you're just like going from TV, that makes total sense.
Yeah. Well, what I've got going on in my setup is I've got the cables run to do VCR. They can be sent to, it could be sent directly to the RetroTink, but it could also be sent to a DVD recorder, which stabilizes the signal. And then I have component output connected to that. So I feel that's a very good, theoretical setup for VHS capture. Sending that DVD output to the DVD recorder output to the RetroTink. So I do want to do that, but my VCR situation is not good right now. I need to look into like belt replacements or whatever.
Yeah, I mean it's not like you need them for anything right now, anyways.
No, basically it's almost ready to just sort of drop in, to the setup when ready.
Right.
Oh, found a bunch of money.
Someone was asking if the episode is the Analog Pocket, and this is something that's been out for a long time. And the thing that I'm talking about is like readily available currently, and has been since April.
You mean the specific thing?
Yes.
Not
the mod, if you will.
Right. The system itself, probably not readily available.
And it is, I mean, there's even been retro RGB posts about it.
But still something that doesn't have the attention that you think it should have.
Yeah, and it does not have the attention. It should be getting a lot more attention, for sure.
And you say that it's about a mini console, but it's actually also about
a pared down console.
Right, but it also applies to like, kind of a full-fledged system as well.
Yes.
That a lot of people are passionate about. So
and it's a purely video quality thing.
We should make people sick of ad-libs happy.
Yes. Well, I mean, you see the views on ad-libs, but I mean, the ad-libs, it wouldn't be such a big thing if I just like, if we hadn't just done so many. I'm just like sick of editing things that are free form, I guess. It is not the 3DS, but you're closer than you think.
Don't get your hopes up thinking it's anything about the DS consolizer, though.
Yeah, it definitely is not.
I mean, it's something you can do right now.
Yeah. see. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, hopefully it'll be of interest to people. I don't want to hype it up too much.
Even if you don't have access to the system, though, I think people should find it interesting. Wait, do I want to exit?
Yeah. I mean...
Oh, no.
I'm taking a different approach in editing it. I'm doing one section at a time and recording it and editing it.
Dang it.
And then moving to the next
I
one.
really screwed up. I shouldn't have gone down here. What is the in my items? I know I bought it, but what's the P? The P potion?
Isn't that just like your... If
Oh,
you die, you restores your health?
I don't think so, because I already got my health restored. Oh, okay, that one was a manual heal. I found an exit, but I was like, oh, I probably don't want to exit. But now I feel like I should.
That's $2 from For Love of the Game, saying hopes for the Monster World 4 remake by Art Dink. Is that like confirmed to be coming? Is that like a thing that's actually happening?
Who is Art Dink? Ooh, hard shield. Well, that's probably going to make a big difference, actually. This game's definitely trickier than I remembered it being.
It's supposed to be at GDC, but GDC got canceled. Interesting.
Well, you know, I wonder
I wish
if...
they'd remake this. I mean, too bad that this one seems to be like the one they're skipping. I remake this one before 4.
It would be interesting. Oh no! Oh no!
Well, Sean Quinn, you probably will want to find it.
What was I gonna say though? I mean, remember the secret ending to Monster Boy definitely implied, you know, something related to the main character from Monster World 4. So I do wonder if they're planning what they're planning with that. I wonder what stepping on all these switches did.
Oh, I forgot what you gotta do here. You gotta get them all to stay down or something.
Well, they did all stay down. The torches turned off after the first one.
I feel like you gotta do it
in order. Is there an order?
Yeah. And it'll open up the door. Like if they turn off, then you've done it wrong.
Oh, I see. Okay. 2, 3, 1. There we go. Oh no.
I mean, that's what I like. The puzzles in this are very simple. That's what I liked about Monster Boy as well. The puzzles weren't difficult. They just took a little bit of thinking.
Man, I'm probably about to lose a lot of progress. The bosses are a lot tougher than I remembered.
Grag and Glag.
Yeah. Man.
You die?
Yeah. Game is not easy.
I'm really far behind you here.
Of course, some better armor would probably help, but that stuff's expensive. How much does it cost? 800. Jeez. Shell shield. I wonder if there's any reason to buy that when there's the hard shield. Can you look up which is better, hard shield or shell shield? Because I found the shell shield in the dungeon.
Yeah. Give me one. The shell shield's probably better than that then.
Yeah, but I don't know. You have to find it, so. I'm playing on Mega SG. Actually, the enemies to the left of the village dropped a lot of money. Maybe I should get some money from them. These enemies drop big money.
Jump the blocks and they will fall. Dwarfby will break the wall for you. Enter, open the chest, and you will have the hard shield.
Yeah, so which is better, that or shell shield?
I mean, it's looking like the hard shield.
So I shouldn't waste my money on the shell shield then. Because I found that before. Of course, I don't have it now, but. Jeez.
For Love of the Game is asking if we had a chance to use the Fenrir yet. No, not yet. I mean, we haven't. Neither one of us have one. So we have not tried it.
That's a.
It's an ODE.
Right, but it's similar to the Rhea and Phoebe in that that you have to remove the actual drive, right?
Correct. Well, I mean, you do with the
mode as well. Right. But I mean, it's aesthetically similar to the Rhea and Phoebe, I guess, in that sense. So it's like, I think of the mode as like, it's kind of a larger thing. Or you can put a hard drive on it, so it seems larger, I guess. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I'm not very good at this game.
Oh, YouTube says the game you're playing is Final Fantasy Adventure. Oh, we have not changed it. No, it says it here.
I did too change it.
I'm gonna fill up my water. I will be right back.
The thumbnails though, usually like when you post to Twitter and stuff, the thumbnail usually has like the previous week's thumbnail. Like, yeah, I don't know why it's dumb. It doesn't take for some reason until the archive will have the correct thumbnail attached to it. But I don't know. This is how it is for some reason. This should give me the better armor. Oh, it's 800? What? Oh, that's fine. It's not that much further to 800. Not with the money these guys drop. Just they're a little dangerous. Oops. You're not the end. It's so weird to me that like this game and obviously Dragon Quest is the most obvious example where it's like there's an in-game function for like, do you want to stop playing? It's like, well, I'll just turn off my console. But like, because that is like just one of those Dragon Quest traditions, they can never take it out, even though there's no reason for it. Like even Dragon Quest X, that's how you log out of the game. Well, did Coury catch that that $2 from Joe Wolf? Thank you for that. And $4.99 from Sean Quinn. Coury drink break. Apparently it is.
What?
Huh?
What?
Oh, I was just reading Sean Quinn's donation. Make sure I didn't miss anything else.
$2 donation from Joe Wolf.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
You should definitely pick up Joe Wolf. Joe Wolf, you should pick up Wonder Boy, Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom on the Switch.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you look at our games we played in, was it 2018? That was both of our games of the year that year. Absolutely amazing.
Probably the best Wonder Boy game. I mean, it is officially a Wonder Boy game too.
Mm.
I should buy the armor first.
I mean, maybe it is the best Wonder Boy game, but it's only as good because it's so good because the foundation that they had to build upon was so good. We got another $2 from Joe Wolf. Thank you.
That's weird. Why does the...
Oh, so it's a physical copy is expensive now?
Of this?
No, of Monster Boy.
Really?
Yeah, I mean they did 2 print runs and now it's out of print.
Well, so what does it go for now? Like,
You should check at Best Buys. At Best Buy, last time I looked, some Best Buys still have them. I liked it so much I bought it on both the Switch and the PS4. Just they have them. Wow, it's typically $80 for a used copy now.
what? It's crazy.
Check Best Buy.
I mean, obviously, we knew we needed it day one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's no physical Xbox One version to my knowledge. It's just Switch and PS4. But funny enough, the Xbox One version was the one we played because we had a review code.
Yeah. It's on clearance at Best Buy for $31.99, but you can't do like check in stores.
I mean, can you order it online?
No, it says sold out. So you probably have to go to the store.
Oh,
Got
I see.
$5 from Dustin Kramer. Thank you. So it's been pulling 12 to 14-hour days and totally forgot my boys were streaming until right now. I had to take a little break with y'all. Well, thanks. Good to
Oh.
see you in here, and hopefully, I mean, you're got to be getting close to the end of that project now,
Well,
even though it's
that's what
a long haul.
those are the
That's
kinds
when
of
I just
hours
feel-
I'm gonna be putting in to finish Analog Frontiers 2.
Yep. So there's quite a bit of excitement around the house earlier today because there was a rather large snake in our lawn.
Ooh. Was it a
Like a rat
dangerous snake?
I mean, it wasn't. It was not. I don't think it's a dangerous snake. It was like it's called a rat snake apparently.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It's about 4 feet long, probably.
That sounds fairly long, yeah.
He got real nervous because the neighbor's dog almost came over. I think the neighbor's dog is like literally the funniest thing. It's this neighbor has a poodle named Pootie. And I think Pootie is kind of old,
Mhm.
doesn't listen very well, and gets really excited when it sees my kids.
Oh.
It always comes over, and the owner like gets really angry about it
Angry at the dog, or?
at the dog, and he's like literally like yells, like screams at him. He's like, Booty, Booty, like trying to get the
Rudy.
the dog to come back. And the thing is, like, the first time it happened, he like came across the street and like was like next to the dog, like yelling. It was like he was like, Booty, get over there. Booty.
I mean,
Like-
if Pooty's old, he or she probably can't hear that good.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought it was just the funniest thing. And
Pooty.
he's like, Booty, Booty. And I thought it was the funniest thing, so I was just like saying it. And I got Monty on it talking about it, and he was like yelling it. Yeah, we gotta keep it down so like he doesn't hear us or anything. I feel bad about like joking about it, but it was just so funny that when it happened, he's like, Booty. Oh, 57 Rye donated $5 Australian, or as it looks, it's like ass. Heard Sophia. Maybe Sophia's up above me though. We got $1.99 from Sanier 80. Thank you. Appreciate it. booty. This happened a long time ago, and I've been meaning to tell you about it for so long.
About Pootie?
About Pootie.
You just forgot.
Pootie the poodle. It's pretty great though, right?
It is pretty great. I mean, it's terrible, but it's great.
Deepak is saying, is a Wii U with memory errors having to hard reset the console fixable, or is this on its way to bricking? So is that something that has happened? Because I bought a used Wii U before Christmas, before like when GameStop was selling them for really cheap. And if I put a flash drive in it, it would always get these memory errors, and it would have to reset, saying that it couldn't read from the memory, like from the flash drive.
Is that the one you set up for your kids?
Yeah.
That's kind of worrying.
Yeah, I mean, but I think it might have just been the flash drive I was using. It was too slow, maybe, for it. So I tried putting a faster one in it, and I'm gonna see if it happens with it. My kids, like, I randomly got out for them because I didn't even think about letting them play this before, but they were like way into it. It's Nintendo Land.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Does Nintendo Land still lock up? Because like when the system first launched, Nintendo Land locked up like constantly for me.
I don't know. They didn't have any problem. There's a $2 donation from Chris saying, I thought shouting for dog whiskey was ridiculous. Not as whiskey. Whiskey. It's not quite the same as booty. Booty. Get over here. Go on. Booty. I can't say it too loud because I'm afraid. I mean, he's like, I'm in the basement and he's on the other side of the street, but I'm so afraid of like him hearing me if I do it too loud. Because I don't want him to think that like I'm making fun of him.
Making fun of his dog.
I'm not. It's just like, it was so ridiculous. It was funny. Yeah, you can't power USB hard drives with it, but I mean, this was just a flash drive. And I think that if it's like, maybe as a USB 3, don't have problems with the power, like they're more power efficient maybe. So I'm gonna see how it goes with the one I just put in it. Because they were playing Nintendo Land, but also I ran it like, I mean, I've told you the kids are really into Pokemon, so I got them. I randomly thought about getting them Pokken Tournament. Like they would probably have fun with that.
Mm-hmm.
And GameStop has used copies for $9.99. So
really?
I just like
Is
randomly,
that cheap?
So I randomly went out and bought it yesterday for them. But it's really obnoxious to play on the Wii U because like the first player, like, even playing just matches against each other, like the first player has to use the gamepad.
Yes, that's not surprising. They did make like a special controller for it though, so I guess that is surprising.
They did, but it only works for like second player or single player mode. If they're playing against each other, they have to, like, the player one has to use the gamepad, and it's obnoxious. I guess the Switch version does not have that problem, but I mean the Switch version is gonna be full price to the end of time.
Yeah. I was actually sort of thinking about maybe picking a Wii game tonight, but since I felt like playing downstairs, that would mean playing it on the Wii U, and I thought maybe I'd lose some cred playing Wii games on a Wii U. Because people really complain about how Wii games look on the Wii U. I mean, it's been a while since I've done it, but I don't remember thinking it was that bad.
We got a $2 donation from Joshua Helmicke saying, "Booty, booty, booty."
Oh, interesting.
Booty.
that?
which is funny, but not quite as funny as booty. The trident makes it so that you can swim, I believe.
Right. There's also marine boots at the store here. Do they make me swim better underwater or something?
Talking about that Wii? Well, we can talk about that Wii. Got that little controller.
Wearing marine
Warren
boots.
Hoagie is asking, have you played Sword of Mana, the Final Fantasy Adventure remake on GBA? And yes, I did, but it is extremely unmemorable. I've played through the whole thing, and I don't remember basically anything about it.
Yeah. Same kind of. I mean, I'll play it like 1.5 times because I didn't finish my first attempt at it. I just didn't get around to look at that tree winking at me. Look at it.
Okay, so multiplayer is a little awkward on Switch since the second player plays from the first screen's perspective. It was really designed for multi-screen arcade cabinet. That makes sense. That makes sense.
I see.
But maybe a hidden door right there. Go back down. Oh, there might be a hidden door around here now. I feel like there's a hidden shop. Maybe it's down. Where there's like the ivy. Like either right there or over there maybe? Maybe not. I guess not.
I mean, this door appeared as a shortcut to and from the dwarf village.
Oh, okay. That's it then. Gotcha.
There might be a hidden shop. I can't remember.
I did recently. I did buy the Adventures of Mana, though. I would like to play that.
Let's see where. Yeah, there was some water.
I mean, I would have to revisit Sword of Mana to see if my opinion is incorrect, but I just feel that it was unmemorable at the time.
It plays a little clunky.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember it looking nice though.
That is so surprising about Monster Boy. I'm gonna check on.
I mean,
Or
it's
eBay.
such a good game.
Wow, this one's sealed. 2 bids so far for $78. This one is buy it now for $109.99.
Jeez.
This one's selling buy it now for $119.99. PS4 version, $99.99. I don't even know if the PS4 version got a second print run. I think just the first one did. Or just the Switch version, I mean.
Oh, this is a different tropical area. Oh, it's over here. Pygmy sword. Oh, I can't equip it right now. Oh,
Human Rights is asking what your opinion is on the Croc series for PS1. I've only played the first one.
Huh?
I've only played the first one, but not very much. My college girlfriend was really like Croc.
I tried it out for the first time on the PSIO, and it intrigues me more than I expected. I actually ended up buying both games. I mean, maybe it's just me just kind of loving my platformers, but it seems serviceable.
Well, this Monster Boy was sold for $112.99. Looking at the sold listings, 71. So I guess like a lot of the sold ones are a little bit lower.
But what about the used ones? Like, what's the price on those? I mean,
I think these are used ones for $70.
It makes you glad to know that like we know what we like, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that was like day one.
Oh, yeah.
Had to have it.
A door hidden amidst 4 palm trees. I assume I don't need that ocarina later, huh?
You know, Tomb Raider back in the day, I thought of it. I mean, it's tough to play, but the way I thought of it is more of a like a 3D take on something like Flashback or Prince of Persia.
Yeah, I mean, I bought like.
Where you inch towards, or you get a running jump, or you inch towards a ledge and make a jump that way. It's a slower paced game.
I haven't. I mean, like the oldest Tomb Raider that I've put any time into at all, which I didn't finish it, was the Tomb Raider Anniversary, the game, the version on the Wii. My cousin brought it by one time. I played it a while and I thought it was pretty good. Never ended up getting it though, but I guess the only Tomb Raider game I've finished is the reboot. But I end up, over the past couple of years buying the first 3 on PS1, and I am definitely intrigued by its like sort of approach to technically demanding sort of. You really have to be careful with your jumps, It's a precision platformer,
yeah.
I guess, which it's interesting, but I haven't really put the time in to get a feel for it yet.
We had a $2 donation from Blade Blur asking what our favorite Neo Geo games are. And I think that I think that we both agree that our favorite Neo Geo game is Shock Troopers.
Absolutely.
Like both of our favorite games.
Absolutely.
For sure.
I also like Shock Troopers 2, but Shock Troopers 1 is better.
It's just, I mean, I think that Shock Troopers is like the must play on the system.
I agree. And I really like the Metal Slug games too.
Yeah.
Me not being a fighting game person, that my Neo Geo options are maybe a little limited in some ways, but I do like those. I haven't played the Sengoku games, but they look awesome.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
And what's that grappling or that sort of Bionic Commando looking game?
Oh, Genryu,
Is
or
that
something
pretty
like
good?
that. Yeah, I mean it's cool because it's unlike anything else on the system, really. Oh, it's that fish. The fish is in is in Monster Boy, but also in Monster Lair. It's like a boss in Monster Lair, I think.
I don't really remember him. Feels like he should have been guarding something, but it doesn't seem like he was.
I haven't really messed with Nintendo on I guess I have it installed on my Wii, but I haven't really used it that much. Why does the ball on top of the AES control stick crack? Is it like break? Like crack? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Paper Mario is pretty cool. I think the second one is a lot better.
I agree.
But the first one's good because it feels more like a typical, like it has a lot of the more typical feel of Mario World, I guess.
Right. I guess I feel like that's part of the reason why I maybe like it less, because it felt like a step back.
Like a retread?
Well, it felt like a retread and at the same time a step back from Mario RPG's world, which felt to me very... It was the first time that I really felt like Mario's world was given like a lot of character and depth, I guess, where you really got a sense of like, you know, different towns and kingdoms and, you know, how the Mushroom Kingdom operates and stuff like that. And this felt, I guess I just really liked Square's take on that. And this felt like a more Nintendo-y take on it, which just kind of felt less inspired to me, I guess.
Yeah.
But then, like, I really liked just sort of the, you know, the sort of the shady sort of back alley harbor town feel of Thousand Year Door. Yeah,
and specifically, I mean, the look of both of them really holds, like, still looks really good, but Thousand Year Door, I think, just still looks really good.
Yeah, I mean, one of the best looking games on GameCube for sure.
And someone said that it has a lot of padding. I don't remember really anything about those stories. I don't remember having a lot of padding.
I don't remember. I remember I certainly remember Super Paper Mario having a lot of padding, in my opinion. I remember it being kind of bad in that regard.
So, this new one that's coming out, is it like a straight RPG, or is it going to be like the first two games, or does it look like it's just doing something else again?
You know, I mean, the most recent ones have the 3DS and Wii U games are, I guess you could say, straight RPGs in some sense. I mean,
but they're weird though.
They're weird RPGs. Yeah, they are weird.
And the thing is if this next one is going to be not like like the first two games, it's a very similar situation where like what happened with Kirby, where people just like really wanted them to make normal playing Kirby games again. and it took them for forever to do it. And then when they finally did, it just ended up being like the best thing ever.
Yeah.
So why don't they just do? Why don't they just do a Paper Mario game that's just like, especially is giving people what they want?
Yeah, I mean, I only watched the trailer for it one time, so I didn't really get a sense of the gameplay, but it looked definitely very different from Sticker Star and Color Splash. I never even got Color Splash. Like I was so sure that by now it was going to have been on clearance at Target. And it like, you know, it's last time I was there, which was a long time ago at this point, it was still $60. And it's like, I am not buying a Wii U game for $60 at this point.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of want to get it. Like, Sticker Star had problems, but it had a lot of problems. But I felt like its core concept could have been done well, but it wasn't. And I think Color Splash is apparently very similar. So I was willing to give it a shot. But yeah. Super Paper Mario, though, just didn't really do it for me. I mean, it was very... It was neither good enough of a platformer or an RPG, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, neither of those elements were very strong. Okay, so wasn't there a door somewhere? I think there was a door somewhere down here. I saw a door. I wonder if it was only an exit. Maybe it was only an exit. Maybe I have to find those 4 palm trees that girl mentioned.
I had to go to Best Buy yesterday because I had to return my copy of Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition that I got from Best Buy. I ordered it online, and it showed up. It took several days to get here, like longer than it should have. And when it got here, it was completely destroyed. It's my thought that it got run over by a UPS truck.
I mean, that's what it looked like. Yeah.
I mean, it like was destroyed. The cartridge was fine, but the case and like the everything looks like the package fell under the wheel of the UPS truck and it got run over. I mean, it was it was hilarious looking, honestly, but it was, yeah, you're looking for the 4 palm trees. I think there's 2 right there, so you need between 4. Keep on going. But I mean, I was able to just return and get it replaced, so it was fine. But it's just funny when that happens. It was not even a problem returning it.
What's funny is I had ordered something on Amazon like a week or 2 before then, and it ended up being undeliverable. And like, it said, at first it said like, may be damaged. And then it became undeliverable. So I wonder what even happened.
I don't know.
I'm guessing the 4 palm trees are going to be in a pretty tight formation because none of these are...
But my E's Memories of Salsetta ships this week. Hopefully that gets here at the... like in a relatively timely manner. Not that it really matters, but I mean, hopefully that'll ship like in a box because the last one I got there was like an X-Seed game in a bigger box. It was in rougher shape. It was like...
Oh yeah, I forgot that's going to be in a bigger box.
Yeah.
Salsetta's X-Seed again, isn't it?
Yes. I mean, they're just using the same translation and everything that they had. When I was at Best Buy, I decided to buy Trails of Cold Steel 3 because it's right there, by the way.
Yeah, I can see it.
because it seems like it's getting kind of hard to find. You couldn't get like normal US copies on the on like Amazon or anything.
What was the amulet supposed to do again? Meet with the Sea King or something?
Maybe. I don't remember. I mean, I've only played the first Trails of Cold Steel. Sorry, not Trails of Cold Steel. And I want to play the second one. And then I got the third one because I will obviously want to play that. But I feel like it's kind of is going the way of Ys 8, where the PS4 version got expensive. And I know there's a Switch version on the way, but you said you played a demo of the Switch version. It like looks like crap.
It does.
I mean, the Ys 8 looks like really look like crap on the Switch. I mean, handheld it was fine, but if you put that on the TV, it looked so bad.
Even handheld, it looked pretty rough because like I sent you a screenshot. Like you can barely read the menus. Like that's how blurry it is. Like the 2D elements, like the text and stuff, almost, I mean, I don't know if it actually was, but almost looked lower res than the 3D stuff. Like you could barely read your HP. I mean, it was bad looking.
That's so weird. But if you're interested in the series and you're considering getting the third one, I would get it now because I think that it's going to be hard to find. Just based on what I've noticed. Cinema Paradiso, we do talk with the chat a lot.
I mean, maybe not as much as, more proper streamers.
I don't know. I think that we do a really good job of talking with the chat. I don't think that most regulars of the viewers of the stream would have any complaints. I mean,
sometimes we just get absorbed in what we're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, that's like one of the main reasons two of us we stream together, so that you can always keep an eye on the chat.
Return magic. Guess that's nice.
Aaron says, "Oh, I've got complaints, just not related at all to the channel." Scepter Sever in the hunt on the Saturn or on the PlayStation? I would say the PlayStation.
Saturn version has a lot of slowdown, right?
It has like that, the arcade, or not an arcade, but it has like a separate, like a special soundtrack to it. Unfortunately, the mastering of the soundtrack is all like messed up, but it's still like the music itself is very good. It's just too bad that it has like skips in the audio.
Was it Saturn version or PlayStation?
PlayStation version. Did I say Saturn version?
I don't remember.
I don't think so.
But doesn't the Saturn version have a lot of slowdown?
I've heard that as far as I know, it does, but I haven't played it like a ton, or if it's been a long time since I've really played it. But the soundtrack is what really does it for me. Memories of Celceta, I believe, comes out on Tuesday.
Yeah, I've got mine set to ship from Best Buy.
I wish I tried to switch over to doing in-store pickup because
they wouldn't let you do it.
Then I also have have Clubhouse games coming from Best Buy, and that got delayed from UPS as well. So I wonder if that'll show up late and be run over by a truck too.
Yeah,
I don't really even know what to expect from Clubhouse games. I got it mainly so that it might be something fun for me to play with, like, my family.
Mm-hmm.
That was the main reason.
I for some reason completely forgot I had done this, but I'm glad I got some sort of notification about it. But I had completely forgotten that I had ordered Memories of Celceta PS4 on Amazon, and then I ordered it on Best Buy, and I'm glad I somehow caught that and canceled my Amazon order in time, because I ended up using $30 in rewards on it.
Warren Hokie says, I just picked up Celeste for super cheap on Xbox One. Is it any good? I haven't played it, but you finished it.
Yeah, I played it, when was it? It was, I feel like it was like around Thanksgiving. I played it on the Switch, and it was very good. It was very much a game of like the Meat Boy genre, but
yeah,
much more appealing than most of those, I would say, to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of hate like the Meat Boy art style. Like, I played, like, when Super Meat Boy came out on the Wii, like I played through it. But like, I'm just like so over how that game looks at this point. You know, it's just a more appealing looking game. It's got kind of a cool story, and it's got good music, and just very, very pleasant art style. And
yeah,
you know, even though it's got kind of that Meat Boy-esque challenge, it's not that crazy tough. Like, it was good. I recommend it.
Josh Martinez, this is the Genesis version. I don't have a lot of experience with the Master System version.
Oh, I forgot that was.
But it plays kind of weird. I was so. Aaron Welsh is saying, I just finished Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I noticed yesterday when I was picking up Pokken Tournament for the kids that it's like, did it release it physically at $20?
Oh, I don't know.
It's already $20.
Is it that cheap? Wow. If I recall from the Digital Foundry analysis, I don't know if it ever got patched, but
I'm sure it did.
I think they were saying, you know, performance was not what they hoped it could be. So I was kind of thinking about maybe saving it for Xbox Series X. But probably doesn't hurt to go ahead and buy it. The Cuphead physical never happened yet, did it? Because I definitely...
It has not happened yet. That's surprising yet.
I think it took a long time for that DLC to finally come out. Oh no, I'm probably gonna have to beat this fish. Oh, I don't know if I have a potion. Woo! That was lucky.
Oh, the TurboGrafx 16 Mini is going for $200 now?
What? It's not worth that.
That's crazy.
The question is, are people, you know, scalpers are probably putting it up at that price, but the question is anyone actually buying it?
Yeah.
item that will help me cross the desert is in this shrine. I wonder if it's what was blocked by that fan. I wonder if
$200, but Studio Bad Guy says $200 with no legendary axe.
Yeah?
I mean, that is like pretty much the biggest omission from there, but there's nobody knows who has the rights to legendary axe, apparently.
Really?
Right now. Well, I think that's the problem. I mean, it never appeared on Virtual Console either.
It's such a shame. Incredible game.
Yeah, the remix versions of the games on the TurboGrafx 16 Mini are like, I mean, that's one of the biggest selling
Oasis
points.
boots.
Wow, sold listings are for 150. Is that for just the TurboGrafx 16 variant or for a PC Engine as well? Legendary Axe is legal limbo game. PC Engine Mini is a little bit lower. That's surprising, but I mean, not much.
Well, probably because I'm guessing there was more of those made.
Right, but I mean, I'm surprised that it's still selling for that price.
Okay,
And the Genesis Mini is less than $50 right now.
Does anyone know about like Legendary Axe 2? Because I mean that's like a totally different dev team that the game didn't even start off as Legendary Axe. I don't think.
Right. I saw someone mention earlier the Herzog Zwei. Did the Japanese version of Herzog Zwei come out for Sega Ages yet? The Japanese Sega Ages Herzog Zwei.
Wait a second.
I still have to buy like the last.
When I'm in this weapon shop, I can see that there's a door and a ladder going up in the building next to me.
Yeah, but that's a ladder going down.
Right.
So go down, but you can find a door and a... Because that's a door going into the background. So yeah, jump on that platform right there. And then go back. Right there, on there, and press up.
There's nothing here. Definitely looks like it would be the place, though.
Okay, how about the next platform over? Maybe it's further down.
I don't know.
On there, right there. In between those two blocks, those two small blocks, can you press it up there?
Two small blocks. I mean,
at the bottom of there. If you go down, I'm pretty sure there's one on on one of these platforms. Like right there. You're just on it.
I mean, I'm trying them all.
Okay.
Should I go to the desert?
Yeah.
Why not?
Keep at it a little bit longer.
Best NES RGB color palettes. I like the ones that Firebrand X did, but like he's changed the title of them so many times, I can't remember what they are right now. So if you go to Firebrand X's website, you should be able to find what the most current palettes are. I mean, he did some like one based on the NES Classic, which looks really good. He did, you know, his own variations of some that make it look like, you know, a PVM on an LCD, and others that are just direct capture from the composite signal. You know, it used to be called like unsaturated version 6 or something like that I personally really like. Some people would probably disagree though, because the sky in Mario is not quite all that blue of a blue.
Got a $5.69 for Love of the Game, saying, "Can you look into GameCube on Nintendo? The frame rate improvements are double digits."
Is that specifically on Wii U or Wii as well?
Yeah, I mean, if it's Wii U, I mean, is it?
I mean, that's kind of weird though, because you would think that like you could natively, if the Wii could do that, you would think that it would native GameCube backwards compatibility would do that.
Maybe not. Maybe not. I mean,
Nintendo is awfully, you know, conservative with making sure that it, you know, is exactly as it was.
Right. But I do have that installed on my Wii Dual Wii, so that's something I can look into. I have too much stuff on the plate upcoming that needs to happen first. I have to run to the bathroom. I will be right back.
Okay. I still don't know that much about how the Wii backwards compatibility on Wii U works. I think there is some hardware aspect, but I don't think it's purely hardware. I have no idea if I should have looked into some of those under areas before here. Too good. Size of those pyramid blocks makes me very much think of Mario 3. The blocks in that game. Oh, I had a recovery, I guess. Whoa! Shield. Is that a shield spell? Oops. It is. Probably something I should be using. Do I want to swim? Probably don't want to go up there just yet.
What I miss?
Not much. I got the shield magic. Oh, and that was spent quickly.
Oh, Scott Snyder got his backlog plushie.
Ah. Very sorry that it took a while. I'm actually surprised it only just showed up last week because I thought I shipped sooner than that.
Well, things are. I have at least 2 packages that shipped international, shipped from other countries that are like have been sitting in Chicago for like over a month.
Huh.
And doing a Google search for something like that, it's apparently it's like a
What?
thing that's happening to a lot of people.
Oh, did I die? Did I die because I wasn't wearing the boots?
Craig one, like it depends. Like sometimes we're on Instagram, sometimes not. I mean,
I've never
haven't
used
it very often.
I've never used them on Instagram.
Oh yeah, I mean,
you
know, you don't do anything with social media.
Yeah, I mean, other than sometimes I'm the one that tweets. Every once in a while, like very rarely, I'll get a wild urge to make a tweet from the MLiG account, like if I wanted to tweet a photo of something or something, or if I'm the one tweeting the stream out. But yeah, that's you tried to get me to do Instagram for the MLiG account at one point, but I downloaded the app, but I just aren't we better without social media?
Well,
probably we would be. This is weird.
I mean, sometimes I'll put photos on there. It's been a long time since I have, though. Social media, it can be exhausting. Well, hopefully. It's unfortunate that one of the packages that's apparently stuck in Chicago, or whatever happens to it after it like gets accepted in Chicago, is basically like the last Neo Geo game that I physically want to own. I've been like waiting for a version to pop up on, and like just anywhere for sale that was like affordable.
Mm-hmm.
And it was what is it, Neo Drift Out. I really wanted to have a physical copy of that, and it popped up. One of them popped up like in a big group of stuff on on Facebook Marketplace, or like not. It was like in one of the Neo Geo groups on Facebook. And I was able to get it, and it was like from like Denmark or something like that.
Wow.
And now Who knows? Who knows where it is?
I thought you
Last
said it
time
was stuck in Chicago.
Well, yeah. I mean, it arrived and was accepted as Chicago.
That's
like,
happened to
through
me
international.
lots of times. It's always New York for
But
me, though.
that was
never been Chicago.
it was April 28th.
It's a little
So maybe I'll
worrying.
just randomly show up.
So wait, was it a lot of other things?
The other thing is shipment from like super or strictly limited or super rare. Something as like this game Extermination Force.
Huh.
I can look what it is. It's either strictly limited or.
But what I meant was, I thought you said there was.
From super rare Extermination Force.
I thought you said that there was a lot of game. I thought the Neo Geo was part of a lot.
No. It's just like 2 individual games.
Well, right. So, did you buy the other game? Like, what's the other game?
It was just the 2. It was
Oh no,
Neo Drift Out and Extermination Force.
But you made it sound like the Neo Geo game was part of a lot.
No, it was for sale. A guy posted a bunch of games up,
I see.
and people were able to buy like individual games.
Okay, I get you.
How many times has this game appeared on the channel? More than any other game, probably.
More times for sure.
Yeah.
Dang it! I keep going. There we go.
Yeah, Neo Drift Out is sweet. It's like it's not even type of game that I really like that often, but that is absolutely
Is that
probably
sort of
the last like Neo Geo physical game that I really have wanted, and it doesn't show up that often.
Is that 4/3 racing game?
Yeah. And it's a game I fell in love with when I first tried it on a multi-cart, but it does not pop up. The MBS version does not pop up at all, basically.
Artemio has secured a copy of Shock Trooper Second Squad for me, so I'm excited about that. But it was a very good deal. But you know, we're just waiting until the appropriate time to figure out how to get it to me. Guess that'll be my 4th Neo Geo game. Otherwise, I only have Metal Slug 2X and 3.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what a good deal is on Neo Geo cards. I mean, AES are like thousands of dollars now. MVS are definitely more manageable, but I feel like MVS are definitely on the rise to an extent. I mean, that's why I don't really have a ton that I want to get. I mean, beyond Neo Drift Out, I can't think of anything. I mean, maybe Neo Turf Masters if I saw it, but between that, I mean, I recently, thanks to Artemio, was able to get Blazing Star. That was one of the last ones that I was looking for as well. Yeah, the Wrestling with Gaming's Neo Geo episode documentary was very good. That intro, man, so well edited. Got the moon key.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that moon key. I've never played it, but I guess I think it'd be cool to get Cyber Lip for for the Neo Geo.
Lip?
It's a run and gun side scroller. Cyber Lip. What a name for a game.
I like how that Ghost kind of scratches his head sadly just before he poofs away.
In terms of, you have like an MVS that it's like a consoleized MVS. And I guess we both have consoleized MVSs.
Correct. Yeah. Mine. I don't know if the thing that mine.
Yours is a lot cheaper than mine. I paid way too much money.
Yeah.
It was mainly for like the form factor. I really like the form factor. One I got.
I kind of like that mine, still kind of reveals the original, form of the system.
Yes.
Like, I mean, I know that it's, not that, the bare Neo Geo MVS is not like an attractive looking console, but I still feel like, it shows it for what it is, and I like that.
Scepter Sever, I did a video with John Linneman about the Neo Geo arcade stick.
I was just commenting to you the other day that it's really interesting to me that you get a lot of like kind of angry comments on that video.
Well, it's like how I still get a lot of angry comments on the Return of Double Dragon video that I did 6 years ago.
It's just weird to me because, like, I would expect Neo Geo fans to be very picky. So it's strange to me that, like, they're acting like you're too picky,
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anywhere in town to, like, buy one of those potions? Would be nice. Oh, here, I can buy this. We only play Alundra here. I don't want to go where you are. I wish I liked Alundra.
Look at all that gold. I love gold. Yeah, there's. Joe is in the chat. Welcome. I watched a majority of your video today.
What was the topic today?
He did a TurboGrafx mini episode.
Ah, like TurboGrafx mini console?
Yes. Yeah, it was. I was watching, and then that's when the kids discovered the big snake in our lawn, and then I got pulled away, and then I never got pulled back. So.
You're really worried that Pootie might come over and
Pootie!
Pootie!
Pootie! You got $1.99 from Gaming Blows. Thank you. Saying I started PSO 1 and 2 on GameCube. Can I beat this solo? You probably can. It's gonna take a while though. Pootie! I can't believe I haven't told you about that because it happened a long time ago. But it still happens every time we see him.
Ooh, pygmy shield. Can I only equip the pygmy stuff? Like I honestly don't remember. Yeah, I don't even remember getting shrunk down in this game. I mean, obviously you can be the Mouse Man and Dragon's Trap. I mean, this was the first Wonder Boy game I played, and it's been a while since I really did anything with it, other than, you know,
it holds up, doesn't it?
Put it in an RGB episode. Yeah, but I'm just surprised, you know, like how much I've forgotten. And also, it's pretty tough. Oh, do I have to climb all the way up again?
I realized I hadn't looked at the comments on the actual channel in a little while, a couple days, and there's a funny comment on the N64 RGB episode that I don't even know what it's trying to say, but all it says is they don't like graphics, but they play Minecraft. Like, not even Minecraft. It's like Minegraft.
I don't know what that's supposed to.
It doesn't mean anything. It's just funny. It's.
I think I saw that one, but I didn't even know what to say.
They don't like the graphics, but they. you know. Like my mom always told me. I don't like the graphics, but I sure do like to play the Minecraft.
Don't I know it?
Favorite Phantasy Star game? I will go with the first one as being my favorite because I've talked about it extensively in different videos on the channel, I think. I mean, but I would say the first one.
It's still my favorite because it's still the only one I finished. I started Phantasy Star 2 several months ago, but I haven't played in a while. As soon as you move away from these things, spawn points. I'll have to use my P.
Well, you know. Maybe you should go back to playing Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Yeah. Can you play Phantasy Star 4 without playing the others? Absolutely, you can. You will get a lot more out of it having played at least the first one, I think. So.
Oh, Does the Sphinx, is this a quiz battle?
Yeah, I believe so. Let's find out what the
Yes.
I don't remember what the questions are. See if I can help you.
You may have guessed I'm the Sphinx.
The Sphinx.
I remember this now. Now I think this appears in some other games. This was in Monster Boy as well.
I'm gonna say that every morning to my kids. I'm just gonna say it as just like a standalone sentence. So you've arrived. So you've arrived. I'm gonna. This is what I should do with my kids every morning.
Then you say, so you arrived.
For quizzes. And every morning it's gotta have to be like a quiz that they have to pass.
No, you need to do that when they try to crawl into your bed in the middle of the night.
So that's a lot of effort in the middle of the night.
Yeah, but then they won't be in the bed. Wouldn't that be a good thing? So you've arrived. You should just be like laying down and then you just shoot straight up. And say, so you've arrived.
So you've arrived. So I have this thing for quizzes, but then again, you probably heard that by now. I can say that at like the second day.
Tell you what I'm gonna do.
So you've arrived. Tell you what I'm gonna do. You gotta say it like you say it. Tell like what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ask you some questions.
When you've answered them all correctly, I'm going to send you into a new world. What's the name of the dwarf village? Is it Lilypad? Which of these monsters did you battle first? Hold on, my comment. I like that Mecha Dragon is one of the answers.
Yeah.
Which key do you need to enter
release the VHS of the 4K episode? You can throw in how they get the worst picture from your Xbox stream for good measure. That would be kind of funny. That would be actually pretty funny. It'd be a fun thing to do. Make like 20 copies of it or something like that.
What item helped you to travel or to traverse Magam Desert? The Oasis boots. Final question. After defeating Grag and Glag, what did you receive? It was the Trident. As your reward, I bestow upon you thunder magic. You may pass. Jump from the top of the pyramid and enter a new world.
I have all the blank VHS tapes. They are right over there, or in the closet over there. Josh Martinez is saying, could y'all stream A Link to the Past soon? I mean, maybe. I don't know how exciting that would be for people, but I bet you could blow through at least the get the 3.
At least get to the light world.
Yeah. The dark world.
Or the dark world, yeah. Yeah, maybe. In a stream I could probably do that. I mean, it's been a bit, but I could probably do that. I wonder if I should go back.
You did the randomizer in Super Metroid on Backloggery this week.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was let me tell you, not having regular bombs and not having high jump boots is miserable.
So that's interesting. Is it possible to like not to get stuck and not be able to progress?
You can when setting it up, you can like force it to to use a seed that would
Make it impossible.
make it so that you can guarantee that, like, you can guarantee that the first item you get is the morph ball. Because if you don't, then there's a chance you can get stuck. So there are some criteria that you can use for generating your patch. But yeah, I mean, personally, I think that wall jumps and Super Metroid are kind of garbage. And when you're playing the game normally, you don't have to do it that much. But if you don't have the high jump boots and you don't get the ice beam right away, like, it's rough. So the guy who wanted us to play the randomizer and generated the patch, he had like a cheat sheet, I guess. That's a thing you can do. And so, like, toward the end, he did tell us where the high jump boots and the regular bombs were. Just because I mean, one of the first things we got was the, what do you call them, super bombs or whatever they're called. You know, that you use to, like, break the pipe so that you can go into Meridia.
Right.
But, like, we had so many of those. But not having regular bombs is a huge inconvenience. Because you can't, like, check what, you can't check what, like, what item you need to, like, break through certain floors or walls or something. Like, you can't check easily anyway. Like, without, like, the X-ray scanner, I didn't get it. Drum got it, but I didn't. Like, that would actually be pretty useful. But, yeah, so I beat Fantoon, but I was stuck, like, in a section just doing wall jumps for a long time. Because, oh, man, wall jumps are not fun in that game. You know, I was saying during that
stream. What were you playing it on? Did you play it on real hardware?
I was playing on Super NT, just with the SC2 SNES.
Right.
But yeah, I was stuck doing those wall jumps for a while. I was telling the chat then that, you know, I don't understand how people can think that Super Metroid wall jumps are okay and Super Mario 64 wall jumps are bad. Because Super Mario 64 wall jumps are not bad. They're fine. They're perfectly fine. And they're fun and satisfying.
Well, that might be fun for us both to do on here sometime.
Well, you know what actually might be really fun? You know, maybe a month or two ago, on the Backloggery stream, we played a PC game called, well, we actually played two of them. I think there's maybe 3 or 4 of these games. We played the first 2, and they're called We Were Here. Have you heard of it?
Mm-mm.
So it's a forced multiplayer game, online multiplayer. And one person, the first game was presented more as one person has information and the other person has a puzzle. And you have to work together to sort of, the information is still kind of obscure and like, you know, what are you supposed to do with it? Mm-hmm. So you kind of have to rely on the puzzle solver to describe like what they're seeing for you to be like, oh, okay, well then this symbol pairs with, you know, this color or something like that. And then the second game was kind of different where it kind of alternates, like one person has information, the other person has a puzzle, and then it kind of goes back and forth, but you each are in different scenarios, different but connected scenarios. and your two players are wandering around the same world, but they rarely actually interconnect. So that was interesting, and apparently something that some people do with these randomizers is like someone has like the cheat sheet, like this one guy had,
Right.
and the other person, so like that could be like kind of a fun way, is like having like a guide, and maybe you could have like a rule for like how much information you give or something like that. But that could be fun. That could be a fun way to do a randomizer. I mean, it's definitely something we should try on a stream sometime.
Yeah.
But if I were to do a Link to the Past, I think I might just enjoy just playing normally, just because,
Because it's been so long.
Well,
I mean, it's been a long time for me, too.
Yeah, I mean, when's the last time that I actually regularly played through it? I definitely did a backlog restream one time, so, I mean, it's been since streaming days, but it's still been, I would guess probably 8 years, but we did a randomizer maybe a year or two ago. That was interesting. I think I liked the Link to the Past randomizer more than the Super Metroid one, just because wall jumps are bad.
You've been permanently scarred.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Just killing time, because I since I beat the Sphinx and it looked like there was a
I
whole
did.
new area beyond the pyramid.
I mean, you're close to the end at this point.
Really? Am I?
I think so.
Seriously?
I mean, it feels like you're moving through. I don't really know what else is left.
I didn't remember the game being that short. But but I'm tired and it's too late to get involved with a whole new area.
Yeah.
So I was just killing time while talking. Well, is that gonna do it? I guess.
Do it. It's midnight. Yep. I think that'll do it.
All right.
That'll do it. Thanks to everybody who donated and hung out tonight. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Good to
I'm gonna
finally.
go to bed. That sun, like I got that summer. Like you can kind of see my head's a little sunburnt.
Well, I'm
My head's healed, but it's sunburnt.
I'm exhausted myself because my back was killing me while I was trying to sleep last night. But I think I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better tonight. Huh?
I got like a pillow that I can put underneath and elevate my legs a little bit, and like even like laying on my side, I can put inside my like in between my legs, and it is straightening out my back a lot. It like has made a big difference. Because I still been having that problem. Like if I fall asleep on my back, I always have like a really bad dream.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. Either way, I think that'll do it.
Good night, everyone.
We'll see everybody. I'll have that episode out sometime this week. I'm not sure exactly what day it's going to be yet, but it'll be cool.
It's cool. I'm excited about I can't wait to watch it myself, because the things you've been showing me about this are super interesting.
Yeah.
So good night, everyone.
All right. We'll see you soon.